The second death is the lake of fire, chapter 2, titled, The Second Death is Papa God's lake of fire in the New Testament. Second death, as the name suggests, refers to the dying again of the mankind who died once on the cross. And this is what the Bible, in the book of the Revelations of the Christ and his body, calls the lake of fire in the New Testament. It is written and testified by the Christ who is one with us by our apostle John on Revelation 20:14 that death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Death and hell being cast into the lake of fire simply means that if any man died again after the cross, which is the first death, that they would end up in the lake of fire until the second resurrection. This is what the Bible calls hell in the New Testament. Again, here is Revelation 20:14. Death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. Thus, the second death refers to the dying again of the man who previously died once on the cross. Below is other places in the book of our Revelations where the term the lake of fire is used. He that had an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. He that overcometh the flesh shall not be hurt of the second death. Revelation 20:11. Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. On such the second death had no power, but they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Revelation 26. He that overcometh the flesh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars, shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Revelation 21:7-8. The lake that burns with fire and brimstone is the second death, and it refers to the dying again of the man after his first death on the cross. Thus, the second death is Papa God's lake of fire. In all the places where the lake of fire was used in the New Testament, it all referred to the same meaning, second death. Earlier on in verse 4 of this chapter, we unveiled to you that death and hell being cast into the lake of fire simply means that if any man dies again after the cross, that they would end up in the lake of fire until the second resurrection, which takes place after our 1,000-year reign is finished. Question: what is the second resurrection? If there's a second resurrection, then there must also be a first. The question then should have been, what is the first resurrection? The first resurrection, therefore, is the topic of the next chapter. This is the second death is a chioce, chapter 2.